we did it. We actually made it live. I can't believe it happened, but it did. Welcome to the wonderful world of doing things live. When people's internet goes down and we just have to wing it. But that's okay. Happy Friday. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Binge Live. I will apologize in advance. It is just me. Meredith was not able to be here today, so you get all me. But I'm super excited because today we're going to have a great conversation with Ashley Shaw from AshFit Solutions. We've been chatting beforehand. She's awesome. Ashley, come on out and join. Let's have some fun. I know you're there. There you are.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Coffee's kicking in for both of us, so this is good.
Yes. I'm excited.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining. I'm like, seriously, we were having so much fun beforehand, and there's so much stuff that I want to talk to you about. It's like, Ashley's already warned that we could do this for an entire day, so we're going to try to squeeze like 24 hours into 25 minutes. So we'll see how that plays out. So tell us about AshFit Fitness.
So my company is AshFit Solutions, and I'll kind of do the end of the story and then we can circle back. But after I was in a car accident and I thought that I was going to miraculously get better and be able to go back to work, I progressively got worse. So long story short, neck surgery, back surgery. I was on a walker. I had to reteach myself how to walk and still didn't get better. And I had doctors laugh at me and tell me, because I've been active all my life, that I'd never get back to where I was before the accident and just settle for not being able to do anything and be happy that I'm alive. And I pretty much, through trial and error and a couple of doctors and people who would not give up on me, went on this path to recover. And so
when was this? How long ago was this?
The accident was 2011. And I was actually training for my amateur boxing debut, which is another story. But the accident was about 2 weeks before that would have happened. So I was super close. I was really frustrated that I couldn't do that. And then it actually took me about 6 years to be able to sit upright in a chair. And I told myself if I ever could work out again, that I was going to take it to the next level. But in that process of, like I said, trial and error and frustration, depression, anger, sadness, everything, I ended up sharing my story on Facebook. And a lot of people reached out to me and said that they were going through some things and my story actually touched them. And so what I wanted to do was because I really leaned into fitness because I was training before, but I had a career. So I was kind of training on the side. I'd been training since I was about 20 years old. So I leaned into the fitness and then I said, what can I do to really help people and to give back so that no one is lost? Because if you're not perfectly healthy, a lot of times the fitness, medicine, like all of the health and wellness industries will kind of not want to deal with you because you're a challenge, because it's not cut and dry. It's like, okay, you can't do burpees. Well, what am I going to do with you? And so with my company, the training portion of my company, I've actually attracted a lot of people who have injuries, disability, setbacks, and I'm able to modify and work with them. And so everybody gets customized training. So it's not one shot. If you can't do it, that's it. I literally will work with people. I have people who we do more physical therapy incorporated into the training. And the solutions part of the business is if there's something that I can't fix or I don't know, I want to be able to always provide somebody with a solution to what's going on. So I'm a master life coach, but you didn't know all that stuff.
Yeah, seriously, just stop, but go on.
I didn't put that in the bio, but no. So a lot of times, like I'll look at my my clients, and if I see somebody, doing something, okay, what's going on? I'll actually talk to them, see, because it can be as simple as I have a couple of new moms and they carry their babies on one side, so they're kind of twisted. So I'll make sure that they go to a chiropractor or go to an acupuncturist or, refer them for massage and say, okay, look, let's stretch, let's do this. If we can't get it here, let's get you treated, because I don't want to do anything that's going to make you worse, or I don't want to exacerbate. Like if you're kind of leaning to the side, like I want to make sure that you are fixed before we, load up and do different things and have you, because I've been through all that. And I just want to take all of the pain and the struggle and the frustration that I had and say, hey, Joel, we don't have to do all that. Let's do this and this, get you fixed, get you going. No worries, don't stress. And
So,
that's,
okay, now as we say in our household, we're built for comfort. So I'm just gonna say it. I like to eat and I like to sit. I'm not big on activity. Oh, so how do you? I admit it. I admit it. You know that's why the pants are getting a lot more fitted than they were before. Um, how do you? And obviously you're very inspiring and you're really cool to talk to. You're super easy to talk to. You've got great energy. When you, how do people? How do I put this? How do you inspire people just to get motivated? That's really hard to do.
it's, you kind of have to tap into, everybody's an individual. And even me, like maybe I'm moody, but there's certain days that what inspires and motivates me on Tuesday may not be what it is on Wednesday. So, I mean, you just have to really tap into the person. For me, I like to challenge myself. So I'll give myself fake challenges and fake goals. And that's me. I have other people who like to dance.
Mhm.
So I'll incorporate dancing into their training, or they have stressful jobs. And so I'll say, okay, I know you're pissed off because I do have the boxing background. It's like, okay, let's box, let's get it out. And I literally, like, whatever it is that that person needs, whatever you need, like, I try to add that in. Um, and I know you said you like to just sit and eat. When I was going,
Come on.
when I was going through my, after my surgery, I could not really do anything in terms of working out. Because I couldn't get off the couch. I couldn't, I was on the walker. I could barely get off the floor, get out of bed. And so the thing that you can control is what you eat. And that's one of the reasons why I've incorporated our meal prep company into my training. So we have meals from Good to Go Food Prep. And so they're customized, they're never frozen, completely fresh. They're gourmet, they're really good. They're really, really good. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And
You're
so if you
taking
want to,
you're taking all the fun out of my laziness. I'm just gonna.
no, okay, but guess what we have? Chocolate chip waffles. We have chocolate chip pancakes,
Now
berry.
you're just messing with me, and that's just rude.
But no, we have the healthiest version of it because, like, realistically, like, you want to be able to have fun.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna do some kind of competition, getting on stage, strongman, whatever, you have room and flexibility in your diet not to only eat cans of tuna and spinach. So
And you know what? That's like super important because I mean, you're obviously in the fitness industry, so in the health industry, so you see it. There's such a fixation on let me have the quick fix. I need to either starve myself, or I have to have a
yeah,
pill, or I've got to do something. Versus really looking back and evaluating. Okay, maybe we don't need 4 pounds of pasta when we go out to dinner. Like, I mean, our
yeah,
portions are ridiculous. We all know this. And I have no willpower when it comes to food. Really admit that. But so you see that from the other side, which is like, what the hell are you guys doing to yourselves? Like, you don't need to do this.
yeah. And I mean,
It
and
changes.
I and I get it because I'm a foodie. Like, I can out eat probably anybody. Put me in the
That's
pie
good.
eating
That's good.
competition. If it's something that I like, forget it. I can put anybody down. But realistically, and it's good because a lot of restaurants started adding the calorie content. And when you look at certain things, it's like, wait,
Yeah.
that's 2,000 calories for a
Oh yeah.
slice of cake? Like, wait a minute. But it's just about making reasonable decisions, and just cooking at home is always better. And
You love to
if
cook, right?
I am an excellent cook, I love to cook, but in terms of the meal prep company, I'm not in the kitchen. We have amazing chefs and, like, a staff and a team.
Do you cook as well?
Why?
I'm just asking, not for
I,
yourself. Like, do you cook regularly, or do you do the meal prep as well?
why? When you can have access to meal prep, is life changing. Like, I don't go to the grocery store.
I love how
My
you're. I
oven.
love that as opposed to just saying, no, I don't cook. You're gonna do this. I love that.
No, I think I've probably used my oven maybe one time in the past, like, 2 years. Like, I just don't, there's no need. Like, I just put my order in and then I
That's
get my
smart.
order. Like, cause we take the orders, there's a cutoff.
Of
And we
course.
buy everything fresh. Like, if you come to the kitchen on Sunday, there's nothing there. So we buy it fresh, the chefs prepare it. pack it. Everything is individually labeled. The nutrition factor is actually on your container. So it's your food made for you. It's not just, there's no subscription. If there's something that you don't want to eat, you never have to, because you're literally picking your protein, you're picking your portion size, you're picking your carb and your veggie option. And then we deliver on Saturdays, and you just go to the door. If you want to say hi, you come out and say hi. If you don't, then it's contactless delivery. Like, and then you just put it away. And when you're ready to eat it, you warm it up and go.
That's
So, I
perfect.
mean, like when I say, yeah, so when I say why, it's just like, for what? Like I was talking to one of my new clients 2 days ago, and she said, yeah, my daughter's 9 and she's diabetic, and I spend about 6 hours a week doing meal prep because she can't eat her food at school. She's on a special diet. And when you start really looking at how much it takes to cook, to meal prep, and if you have people in the house with you that don't eat what you want to eat, then okay, what do you want to eat? Well, I don't want that. I don't want, no. You have your meals, I have my meals, it's delivered together.
Yeah.
And then you just go.
In my house, I'm a vegetarian, my partner isn't. So for us to try to cook together, not
Yeah.
gonna happen, and it's like, so we're like, we have kept DoorDash and a lot of delivery places in business for the past couple of years, but we admit it, so that's okay. So
Yeah.
I want to talk really quick. So let's go back to the fitness side. So
Yep.
now, when you were in the 8th grade, yeah, tell us about the bike ride. And also, what was your introduction into fitness? Like, what made you want to go? Obviously, you were on the police force, and you went back into fitness for a second, but you've always been into fitness and health.
Yes. So what I will say, my parents divorced when I was really young.
Okay.
And my dad, he's still active. But my dad's always been active, my mom not so much. And so I got to see two versions of life.
Yeah.
And I think I'm really blessed because when I was with my mom, everybody was overweight, bordering on obese, and then I would say obese. On my dad's, when I would come to see him, he was running marathons, which is actually why I got in. I've run 4.5 LA marathons, but I grew up watching my dad run marathons.
You say you just did 4 LA marathons?
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah, one
Four and a half. You couldn't do 5. You had to stop at the 4.5.
because the first marathon was like I was actually still in high school, and I ran it with an older cousin, and she said okay, because she was older. She said we're just gonna do half. It's like okay, and once I did the half, I was so hyped for it. I was like, oh, I gotta do a full one. But growing up, like I said, I noticed a difference with my mom. I remember putting my arms around her and hugging her, and I said, "Mommy, I can finally put my arms around you," and she started crying. And I was probably 7, 8 years old. And so I said, okay, I need to do something so my mom's not sad. So I would start putting, and don't laugh, when Oprah was going through the whole big Oprah, little Oprah thing, my mom would get the tabloids. And so I would read that in the bathroom, and then I would cut out pictures and like put it on the refrigerator. And I said, let's make good choices. What would you rather look like? Which may be kind of bullying looking back at it. But I posted that on the refrigerator. And so I would help my mom and say, okay, let's do a vegetable. Let's do, I know that's not healthy. I'm, 8, 9, but I know that's not good. Like, so I was the one who would kind of do that. I had my mom get me a rebounder, a mini trampoline, and then we would go for walks, and kids would come over to like play, and I'd be like, no, we have to go exercise. And so this was like 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like, okay, we have to go run. We have to, go up this hill. We have to do some sit-ups, push-ups. I found some little weights because, my dad would do that. And then in 8th grade, I was selected out of the whole public school system, because I went to public school growing up in Atlanta. And they picked a couple of us from each school to do Bragg, the bike ride across Georgia. So they gave us a bike and all the gear, and we actually rode 360 miles on the bike. So we would stop in a couple of cities from Atlanta, North Georgia, all the way up to South Carolina.
When you stopped in the cities, were you like staying overnight? Were you in a nice hotel? I'm like, I need to have some.
No, we were camping out in tents,
Oh,
which
no. Oh no.
That was my response. And then we actually got
Oh
rained
no.
out. We actually got rained out one night. And then
Oh,
so my dad and my stepmom get a call if they're watching. They probably torture them. They get a call and it's like probably 3 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. So they're answering the phone, happy to hear from me. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, no, I'm on the payphone, like I want to go home, but I can't because I'm in the middle of this thing. So from that point on, I just stayed in a sleeping bag. We would stop at schools. There were usually like schools or some kind of site. So whatever the indoor portion of it was, I would just find a corner. But yeah, that's probably why I don't like camping to this day. There's no no tents. No.
I think I've gone camping twice, I believe. And the first time was only because we wanted to save money so we could go to an outlet mall because we have priorities, you know.
Yeah.
But it was actually one of the best experiences in the world. Second time, I'm like, yeah, I'm too old. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'll sleep in the car. Like it's
There is a hotel somewhere nearby. That's all I'll say. So this has been. I could talk to you all freaking day. This is
told
like
you.
your. Oh, it's
We have to meet up for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new friend, so I'm glad.
Yeah, I love that. Although I'm gonna probably eat too much, but that's another story. So we're coming up to the section which I love, and this is going to be interesting. So this is our rapid fire round. So I'm gonna have a few questions for you. You're going to have 3 seconds to answer, and this is our drum roll because we have no budget. It's me tapping on a desk, so that's just how this rolls. Ashley, are you ready?
I am.
All right, here we go. Question number 1: what is your spirit animal?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Maybe a phoenix, but then also I'm an Aries, so a ram.
Okay, mine's a manatee. What is your favorite? Seriously, floating and eating. Who doesn't want that life? Just saying, and everybody thinks you're cute. Come on. Okay, what is your favorite brunch spot?
Okay, so I'm biased. Like we have this, okay, we have this French toast and it has crusted coconut on it. And I swear that's better than any breakfast. Like, not to plug my company again, but like, no, just give me the French toast.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
give me the French toast. And that's the best. Like the crusted coconut, like hits it off. You don't need syrup. That like
That's a,
don't take me out. Like just order some food. It's so good. Oh
okay, so
my god.
now I have to ask, what goes with that? A mimosa or Bellini?
No, I don't drink anymore because I'd rather eat like sweet stuff than alcohol. I was a liquor sales rep for a couple of years and a certified bartender. So I think I got all that out of my system when I was like underage.
Okay. Well, we all did. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I don't know what you're
but
talking about.
but no, honestly, mm, the last thing I was on was really red wine.
Okay.
So
Which is
yeah,
healthy. That's supposed to be the good wine.
yeah.
We'll see. Okay, what is the first concert you ever went to?
Okay. Janet Jackson.
Which one?
Was it Rhythm Nation?
Okay, so I went to that tour as well. I have all my concert tickets framed on my wall because I've kept them off when I was a kid. And do you still have yours?
No, I was young.
If you want to be sad, look back and realize the tickets were like $30.
Okay. So did you go to the one in LA?
No, I used to we were in Maryland, so I saw it there.
Okay. Funny story, quick story. I was so into Janet Jackson as a kid. I had like strep throat or something. So I missed the concert in Cleveland. And then I was able to go to the concert in LA because I happened to be out here for the summer. And so my dad and my stepmom got me tickets
I was
because
hoping
I
you were going to
missed
say
it.
that you had the hoop with the one key in it. I was hoping that's where you were going.
No, no, my parents were a little conservative, just like little. I wore the same earrings that I got when they were first pierced until I was like 16. Like I couldn't even switch them out.
Okay. What is
Yeah.
your favorite way to relax?
Gosh, I like to sing.
Really?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
have a karaoke mic.
Do you?
Mhm.
What do you like to sing? What's your favorite? What's your go-to song?
Oh gosh, do I have my singing partner with me or by myself?
By
It
yourself?
depends. It depends on if I'm having a good voice day. Um,
That's fair.
It depends. I'm like, can I hit the high note today? I just honestly, I just like to say, I've done karaoke and literally like I started just booking the room so I wouldn't have to wait to take turns. And I've sung until I was hoarse. So I mean, it's fun to me.
That's awesome. And my last question, what is the purpose of a burpee? I absolutely hate those things. What is the purpose?
I do too. So I try I try to get out of them by saying my back is fused. But I do have some because my back is fused. But I do have some modifications for those. So that's when my clients really start to hate me because I'm like, you can't not do a burpee because I have a modification for it. But honestly,
I'm like,
it
yes,
helps.
I can not do a burpee. Actually, yes, I.
There's a modification that everyone can do. No, I mean it really helps with your hamstrings and your glutes, legs. It's a good full body. But I hate them. Most people hate them. I try to stay away from them when I'm training, especially depending on the client. I have clients who it's like, okay, we're going to just lay on the floor and all of the exercises are going to be on the floor. Like it's, no. But there's days like that. People who come after work and I'm like, how are you feeling? I'm like, okay, and I have a whole, and they probably hate me because they think it's going to be easy, but it's not as easy as it sounds. But it's like, okay, where are you today mentally, spiritually? Do we need to lay down and just be on the floor and be connected to the ground? And
That's
then
important.
and then you can literally do like I'll pull the weights in. We have stuff we can do off the wall. There's so many options.
But that's super important to ask people where they are because if you take them down a different path, you run the risk of serious injury because if they're mentally
Yes.
not focusing on it or physically not able to do it, you can really hurt somebody.
Yeah.
That's super important to really.
And it's good that you know that because some people don't realize it. And it's just like you can't always force things. I know because my balance is a little bit off from the accident. And if I have days that I'm not feeling, great, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to do, back or not going to do legs because that's going to put a lot of strain. And if I'm especially not mentally there, you mind wanders, that's when injuries happen.
Yeah. No, I think, okay. So we are coming, this is seriously, it's already been like 30 minutes. We've gone a little
I
bit over.
told you.
You're killing me here. I have to say, okay, you're freaking awesome. Like anybody, like your energy, we haven't even met in person and I'm already like, my best friend. But how can people find out more about you? What's a good way to contact?
So you can follow me on Instagram. It's at AshFit_1.
Okay.
Or the easiest way is probably just to go to my website, fitashley.com. And that's Ashley, ASHLEY. And then the link for everything would be either on Instagram or on Fit Ashley. You can reach me, book, go directly to the meal prep, consultations, everything.
And I do have one more question. Obviously, we're here because of the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. They're awesome. I call them a cult. They know I do. I love them to death. So what brought you into the chamber? How are things going? Like, tell us about your experience so far.
Somebody actually told me about the Chamber of Commerce, and I had no idea what to expect. And I actually went to one of the Zoom meetings, and I fell in love. Kelly's awesome, Chad is awesome, and I've met so many really great people who welcomed me like right away. I've had some awesome like one-on-one conversations, and it's hard during the pandemic because the most face-to-face we have is looking at a screen. And I wanted to kind of expand and do some more things online and kind of meet people because I moved back to LA like right when the pandemic hit. And I've had such a great experience. There's events, there's something every week to go to. And sometimes I'm on, a couple during the week. I was actually able to be one of the guest presenters. We did the Protectors Week last week. Oh, nice. So I was able to present a basket with some other partners from the chamber to the firefighters. Okay. So that was pretty cool. We got to ride in the back of a fire truck, which I've never done.
That's
being
cool.
being a cop and being in law enforcement, plenty of police cars because I was on patrol and all that good stuff, but I had never been in the back of a fire truck. So
this is awesome. Seriously, I think we probably should end
right
about now, but I want to have you back on because I feel like we have so much more to talk about.
Anytime.
I have absolutely loved this. So again, Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everybody who is watching. and get in touch with this woman. She's freaking awesome. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Till next time.
Bye. Thank you so much.